magician dude. You're the magician dude that like would pop up. I follow him on like Instagram now.
I just go there to practice my mewing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Are there any magician gimmicks in wrestling?
Were there?
Oh, Kevin Nash was the wizard, right? The Wiz.
Feels like they mostly disappeared.
I'm a wizard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it feels like all the good ones disappeared.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Jesus Christ. In that case, welcome to the SVW Podcast. My name is Roman. I'm here, as always, with Heck.
There's no heck here.
Heck is not here
Excuse me,
today.
Penta. Zero Miedo.
That's Hector Zero Medio.
True. Okay, sorry.
Hectagon.
So simple, right there.
It is,
Hectagon.
it's
Hectagon Jr.
Woody is also here.
Yes, sir.
And of course, so is Gunky Main.
The true
AKA
creamer in this bitch.
The Gunk. Jesus Christ.
Real creamers only.
Wow, we're off to
You're the creamer in the black
Yeah,
coffee.
man, we're off to a great
He's
start.
rising to the top.
As always, we're off to a great start. We've got a jam-packed podcast for you guys today. First up, we're going to talk Raw on Netflix Episode 2 and the debut of Hectagon, a.k.a. Pentagon.
Penta. They just you can't call him Pentagon
Hectagon
anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
it's
You
really
can't.
throwing me off.
Right.
Hell of an episode too. It's the best sequel since The Godfather.
Yeah.
Heck of an episode also, or heck of an episode
As well.
Episode 2.
Yeah. Heck of an episode as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great one. We had that Penta debut, obviously, against Chad Gable. Seth Punk and Drew announcing for the Rumble Women's Intercontinental Belt.
I know Gunk had some feelings about that one.
Oh yeah. Well, he's gonna get into that
We'll
one.
get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into Gunky's feelings, whether they be negative or positive. Who knows? But we're all going to find out soon enough.
This is my therapy session each week, talking about my
God.
feelings.
Of course it is. After that, we're going to talk Cope, Brody King, and the House of Black.
Yeah, speaking of therapy, talking about coping. This is,
Coping, right?
Yeah, coping mechanism.
Brody using this as a coping mechanism.
Yeah. We're going to get into all that. And then we're going to talk big news for this
He does it.
weekend. Huge event up at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York.
Is it Hammerstein or Hammerstein?
I think it's
Well,
Hammerstein.
Is this your people?
we did this. I remember when we filmed a video back in the day, and me and Roman, like 30 minutes, went back and forth on Hammerstein and
Yeah,
Hammerstein.
we did.
We figured it out. I forgot which one it is.
Yeah, me too.
But did you know this is actually it was not named after MC Hammer? I thought it was like his full name. It was like
MC Hammerstein.
yeah. Master of Ceremonies
This is government
Hammerstein.
MC Hammerstein.
Well, in any case, whether it be Hammerstein or Hammerstein, there will be a GCW event this weekend, the People versus GCW.
GC Dub.
And,
GC Dub.
It's looking awesome. We're going to talk about the card for that coming up.
Yeah, looks like a good card. I
Yeah.
was looking at the card. It looks pretty decent.
Card looks really good.
We get a lone wolf on there, right?
Well, technically, I suppose that's true.
Mr. P-Stock.
Yeah, Tom Pestock.
P-Stock. Hammerstein.
Again,
Hammerstein.
Tomato,
Hammerstein,
potato,
Pestock,
potato.
Pestock.
Potato,
who really knows?
potato.
Yeah, all that.
So, yeah, we're going to get into all that. And then, of course, we're going to get to our question of the week. And since it is leading up to the Rumble, we're going to ask everyone, what is your favorite Rumble moment of all time? I got mine. I don't know about you guys, but
I don't know.
Yeah, I got mine.
yeah.
I don't have one.
Oh, I got mine locked in. I'm always locked in.
I got two. I always got two. They're ties for me. My favorites, but
Just in case.
I have one by the time we get there.
All right, sounds good. Then, of course, we're going to get in some quick hits. We're going to talk Corey Graves. We're going to talk Bad Bunny. We're going to talk about the Hurricane Ranas out in China.
Heard across the world.
Yeah. And Booker T versus Zilla Fatu. But we are going to start with Raw on Netflix Episode 2 and the debut of Penta. What did you guys think?
I'm so pumped for him.
Thank you.
Yeah. This was such a huge deal for Penta, and you could tell. Like he was wrestling with heart and energy at the beginning. I feel like there was a few missteps, and I think it was like a little bit of nerves.
I think I was gonna say I feel like just getting used to the WWE style, the way things are wrestled actually in AEW. It's more like that quick, you know what I mean? Where WWE it's a little more like tactical, psychological. It's great that he was in there with somebody who can play to whatever, sell the hell out of shit. You know what I mean? Chad Gable, he could do amazing things. He can make things you do look amazing. And I think I was like the right partner. So, you know, I was mad about I don't know how the fuck he wears this mask for like a whole match. The New Day, that was the original match. He was supposed to be the mystery partner, Rey Mysterio, on episode 1. They cut that. Not mad about that now. Like, he came out, he had a great, like, promo after. I know that people were, like, there was the rumors that other people were mad about that, other stars. But I'm like, it ended at 2.5 hours. So
yeah, I saw that
it's
too.
a weird amount of time.
Right. For people to complaining about things having to be cut because his promo won over, I was like, that doesn't even make sense.
Also, if we're gonna talk about waste of time, I mean,
Yeah, there's a couple other segments
there's
that
the
were cut out of that show.
I was like, we could just cut that all together. Like, you hear a promo and you're like, hey, this promo could have been an email. I don't know why we had to go say all that. Penta was. I agree with what they were saying too. Is that you could hear his promo afterwards. You could see how important it was to him.
Totally.
There was so much real heart to it, which is like he messed up a few things, and I'm like, that almost made it better to me.
Totally, yeah.
'Cause, like, he's
Right,
kind of
he's a
like
person.
feels real. Yeah.
yeah.
Feels
We're
real.
in the Penta new era. Like, it's
Yeah.
not what he meant to say. You know, that's okay. English is not his first language. I bet you his Spanish promo was probably fire if you understood what he was
I
saying.
didn't understand, but I like to write like the translation. But even people who didn't understand it, like, it got a huge cheer and pop, and you got to see, like, man, this guy's really happy and, like, really proud. And, like, you know what I mean? That, like, you
Yeah.
see his, like, kids on, like, the side, like, crying and shit for him.
And it's also cool. I mean, they're in California. Obviously, there's like a giant Latino population in California. So, like, I think like there was a good Spanish-speaking portion of the. I think that was a good place for him to debut. And then also, like, harping on what you said, Woody, like how he messed up his promo a little bit. But it's like also at the beginning of the match, like. It was a little, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, and he's so good that nothing looked bad, but like you could see like they were figuring each other out.
Yeah.
That like
And that-
springboard leg drop
Yeah.
where he missed the second rope. And,
But that,
yeah, like,
but that led to them getting so crisp and so
Yeah.
good, and like the Mexican Destroyer, which is just going
Oh my
viral. You
God,
see it
that was
everywhere. It's like,
incredible. That was
and so it's
awesome.
like them. It was almost like really good storytelling, and I don't even think it was intentional. It was just like them figuring each other out, like getting warmed up, and then getting like two of the best in the world just going at it.
It
So
really
I think-
speaks to, like, Chad Gable, though, too, to be able
was
to
about to
be
say
in
the same
there
thing.
and, you know what I mean, be feeling this guy out, his first WWE match. And to you know, if you're not in there with the right dance partner, like, doesn't matter who you are,
Yeah.
you can be the best wrestler ever,
Yeah.
but if you're in there with the wrong person,
yeah, it looked like
like
Regal versus Goldberg. You know what I mean?
Classic. I don't know what you're saying about
It shows
that.
you that wrestling is a two-person event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
Totally.
unless
it's
you're
not
in
one
Japan
person.
and you can fight like a doll.
Oh,
like,
Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega fighting
Yeah.
nobody.
Yeah.
Fight an 8-year-old girl.
But no, you're totally
Putting
right
her
about
over,
that.
too.
It shows that they really trust Gable as well. With,
Yeah.
You know, they feel confident in him that he can go out there and work, and he fucking did that. Like you said, he was working his ass off. That Mexican Destroyer, the sell on that was crisp and just so.
And then the,
Well, yeah, it
the
was
Penta driver to finish it
Oh,
off.
yeah.
like-
Penta, such a good move.
The-
Also, was it the sacrifice? What is
Oh
the-
yeah, the arm breaking.
that arm breaker.
Yeah.
Oh,
So good.
his moveset is amazing, and I was so happy to see him use that move. Him use a destroyer.
Yeah.
Because to me, those have become like synonymous with Pentagon.
Yeah.
And when he came to be Penta, you're afraid like, oh, it's WWE. Are they going to cut some of this stuff that he's not allowed
Yeah,
to
I
do?
know.
Right,
Some
yeah.
people are like, "Oh, they're gonna take away his moves. He's not gonna be able to do like a sling blade." He has like one of the best sling blades.
Well, he has like the
just
reverse.
looks cool. Yeah,
He did the reverse sling blade, which makes even more sense, like a sling blade bulldog kind
Like
of
a blade
situation.
sling?
The blade sling,
It's like-
like a Billy Bob Thornton. You know what I mean?
I was waiting for someone to bring it up. French fried potatoes.
I listened to the Busted Open podcast my way in, and they were definitely like the way
Can we bleep the name of the other podcast though? I was listening to beep
the
podcast
way
on the way in.
WWE the way WWE just like I had to agree for once with them over there. The way WWE just made him feel special and like a star. They were just like something that AEW never was able to do with him. He's been on pay-per-views, he's been in high profile matches, but literally just this debut on Netflix with him, and just like the emotion, the way the match went, the person he was in there with, the promo after, like, the whole thing, just like, yo, this guy, look out for him. And like AEW was never able to, like,
Well,
because they focus more on just the in match, so the rest of the stuff like came together for him here.
yeah, I mean, I don't think this is, a crazy take to say that in America, luchadors historically have not been booked very well besides pretty much Rey Mysterio, right? Like, let's be real.
Yeah, WWE is always looking for like the next
100%. And even like a guy like Dragon Lee, who is so good,
yeah,
still kind of
has a good look.
can't get to that next level, and that I feel like has been a thing for a long time.
Now he's in the LWO.
Yeah, kind of just lost in the sauce a little bit. And I feel like Penta...
Where Latinos go to die.
Yeah. and Penta, it does feel really special.
Latinos washed out.
Yeah.
LWO.
Penta, this debut and just who he is and how he is as a wrestler feels really special. I just hope that they can really capitalize.
What's crazy is he's like 40 something.
That's what
too.
I thought. Yeah,
41, 42.
Yeah,
That's prime age for
Yeah,
wrestling
yeah,
nowadays.
but like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you like,
these
look,
days,
like
yeah,
Dragon
yeah.
Lee, like WWE's like brought this like young guy in. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, this is the history of WWE. WWE's always been the place where luchas didn't quite work out. Rey Mysterio is the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
They always have these people that kind of a little bit of flash in the pan. You see someone like WCW that puts so much effort and
100%.
work into luchas, but at the same time, they never had that star.
yeah.
You had, like, Rey Mysterio and Psychosis and Juventud Guerrero, and then they tried to bring that star. They had Ultimo Dragon come in,
Yeah.
and then to me that was like a pinnacle moment of my childhood. I was like,
Totally.
holy shit, this is the guy, but he never reached it.
Yeah, it
He
just
never got
doesn't-
to that point that they thought he was going to be. So you look at when Rey Mysterio came over to WWE, that was like
Yeah.
he was something special.
You think that was like a Vince thing? Like Vince just because the Latino market is so huge, and they always, you know what I mean, like the Indian market, the gender ball. You always got to have that guy that represents these huge markets that, whether they're heel or face, these people just like resonate with, and like they continue to try. Like, I know, like last time I talked about Alberto Del Rio, they tried with him, and like people just couldn't get behind him.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all these other like luchas that they
Sin
kinda,
Cara.
like, brought in. Sin
Wow.
Cara, Grand
They kept changing
Grand
it.
Metalik,
Sin
Lince
Cara
Dorado.
and Sin Cara.
Yeah, I was going to say the other guy who kept messing up.
And I know like the being able to speak English is a big thing.
Yeah.
Because if you can't
Cut a promo.
cut a
it's
promo
tough.
and people can't get behind you, but like somehow Penta, like with the Spanglish and just the actual emotion that he showed,
Yeah, he seems
like,
it seems
it's-
very real.
it
Well,
just
his-
connected and hit different.
His resume is fucking stout, and I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like even the casuals kind of learned about him. And I love that Michael Cole, when he came out, said it's the worst. Was it the worst hidden secret in,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
wrestling? yeah. Everyone knew about him, and they hyped it up, and it got to, even if you were just on WWE Shop, his gear is awesome.
Yeah.
You can already
selling-
cop a mask.
They're
with
selling the
bottom that comes off.
$75 masks.
Yeah.
Like it's
That white shirt is insane.
so
Yeah.
good. They really like took their time in the package. I'm so glad he didn't come out last week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On-
it would have been
you
overshadowed.
would have
by
been lost
everything.
on what was going on. This was
Oh
This
yeah.
was his
Although it would have been
episode.
cool for him
That-
to be on the first Raw.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
but
sure that
that's
would've
why,
been really
like, when
good,
we were
but-
like the last episode, we were talking about like I was like, I'm gonna wait till episode 2
Mhm.
to really like, episode 1 on Netflix was the kiss the marketer. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, totally,
it was like
totally. It's,
the corporate episode. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this
this one.
is,
This
like,
one was for the
now-
people.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
play to the new fans.
Show all the
Let's
celebrities
pull
in the
people in.
crowd. Like, nah, like, yo, give me some good freaking wrestling, and they
Viva
did.
la raza kind
Totally.
of stuff.
They did.
It's interesting. I think sometimes Lucha Libre is so to a casual fan. In some ways, I think people get really drawn in watching Lucha Libre versus watching, I don't know, Drew McIntyre, who's a great wrestler, obviously. But like my dad is not a big wrestling fan, but we took him to see luchas in Mexico, and he like absolutely loved it. He like talks about it. to
What
this
you're
day.
saying, though, is I think also the same problem is because lucha is seen as a gimmick. It's seen as like, Like, oh, who's the best hardcore wrestler? Like, that's cool, but he's not the best. He's not a main
He's not
eventer.
the best wrestler, right?
So who's the best lucha wrestler? Like, oh, that's cool, but he's not like a main eventer.
Right,
so
right,
it's hard
yeah.
for you to cross that because you're right. Like, literally, you could set down anybody and put on a fucking banger lucha
Oh my God,
match, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
But like,
That
for them
person
to
doesn't
take
translate
them
to a star.
seriously as a real performer,
Right.
you have to cross that line, and that's where I think Penta can do it
Mhm.
because
Well-
he can wrestle someone like Gable
Yeah.
and put on a good match and wrestle people that are more traditional.
Right. You're saying outside of just
Well-
wrestling that style.
Exactly.
Well, Penta
Right.
doesn't is like that. Like, he's a bigger lucha guy,
Mhm,
so
strong.
he's not just doing all the high flying.
Right.
Which nowadays I feel like back then when you watch like a lucha match or you had like that one guy like Rey Mysterio on the roster or like La Parka or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it was cool and to like your dad and stuff like that because they were the only ones doing that stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Nowadays,
totally.
you just turn on AEW and you can put any of these guys in a mask. You know what I mean? Like if you put Will Ospreay a mask on him, you know what I
Totally.
mean? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, is this like a British lucha guy, like El Bruv? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, bro.
El Bruv, I love.
But you know what I mean? Like that, like style, it like stood out where like back then it was more, you know, monstrous men just beating on each other, and now like you would get this Rey Mysterio guy, and you're like, oh shit, like a Hurricane Rana or like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he just like a corkscrew flip off the top. Now it's just basic wrestling.
Yeah.
I like that Bronson Reed had something to say about it too. He said, "Welcome, Penta. Just know you're in the splash zone now. I'll reserve a tsunami for your La Parka looking ass."
That's crazy. That's crazy.
He's
But, I
like,
mean,
"Yeah,
he's been everywhere. Like you said, Lucha Underground. He's been on Ring of Honor.
That's good. We can.
Just
We
came
can
from
Right.
AEW.
He's been in
TNA.
CMLL.
AAA down in Mexico. Like,
AAA,
his-
CMLL.
Also, I
TNA.
love that Michael Cole name dropped Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
on
It's canon
Monday Night
now.
Raw.
Bro,
It's
I
officially
watched it.
canon.
It's
Yeah.
officially.
I
canon.
watch it downstairs all the time now.
great.
It's
So
the
good.
it's
the
the
best.
greatest wrestling promotion.
down there
that,
he
that
fought-
didn't make it.
Chelsea Green,
I've seen that.
Io
Kyrie
Sky.
Sane.
Kyrie Sane, Io Sky.
Oh no,
Io
Sky-
Shirai.
Yeah,
It was Io Shirai at the time, but yeah.
Like, who else was down there?
He
Ricochet
basically-
before he left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have to have a match of Penta versus Damage Control.
Right,
Yeah.
I think that would go hard.
I can't wait. Honestly, like with this like sacrifice move, like the final sacrifice and all that, like I can't wait for him to turn heel because like a good like heel
Oh,
lucha.
Penta Dark.
So
yeah,
sick.
bro,
So
exactly.
sick.
Like, and I think that's. I mean, I
Running
think that
roughshod over
yeah.
there.
like that's the
Lucha.
thing. Like we didn't get to see that with Rey Mysterio. I can't really even think of WWE ever really booking a heel lucha ever.
No, it's
I
when
mean,
he
I
had
guess
his
Sin
mask
Cara.
off.
Yeah, that's the only
yeah,
time.
when he had the
yeah.
devil
I mean, that was in
horns.
Filthy
WCW
Animals,
too.
yeah.
So it's
So sick. Still, I think that's so sick.
like- yeah, but that'll be sick. I
Yeah.
hope that happens.
He can go either way, and I'm still on board though. But I
Yeah.
think you're right. Heel would be fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said I wanted him to be Rey Mysterio's partner, and then turn on him right after.
Maybe
Instantly.
he can.
'Cause
Maybe
they had some bangers in
Yo.
Lucha Underground.
maybe he can be the final thing to turn Dom face.
That'd be crazy.
Like just beating the
They
fuck
seem
out of Rey
they're
Mysterio,
trying
like about
do
to
that.
kill
now
him.
He's like you're gonna
Bro-
give Dom like sympathy now, like you know what I
Yeah.
mean, with the roses.
Bro,
shit.
he could be
Yeah.
like about to kill Ray,
Bro,
break his arm off his body, and,
Yeah, wait
and
for Ray
Dom,
Phoenix to
yeah,
come.
Dom comes
Yeah,
and
for
makes
real.
the save. Yeah, that's
For
true
real.
too.
The tag division, they're gonna
Yo,
be tag
Ray and
team
Dom
champions.
versus the
Ray's
Lucha
that more
Brothers.
high-
That'd
flying.
be crazy. I
That'd
would
be
love to see that.
insane.
I would love to see that.
Family Feuds.
We do have to move on, but I will say, before we get off of Penta, I was thinking about seeing these guys in Mexico at like the Mexican arenas there that are like these super old arenas that pack out like thousands of people. And I was like, let me look this up. I looked him up on him coming out at the Arena Coliseum, Mexico City, and it is just like people losing their minds. It's so sick. It's so
Dude,
sick.
it's an amazing place. You'd have to. It's one of my dreams to see some lucha shows down there. Some
And it's like
CMLL.
dirty, grimy arena.
It is.
It's
It's
old,
just like old. They're so old. But
like bench, like steel benches that are like rusty,
It's
just
well, what's
dirt
kinda-
everywhere.
It's
like
kind of what Lucha Underground was like
yeah,
taking
Yeah.
off from. Like
Totally.
it was meant to be that.
it was like an
feel.
underground.
Yeah.
With the police trying
Yeah.
to get them. They need to bring that back,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
The whole show was like
So
a
sick.
storyline.
It's so sick.
Best show.
Well, Penta's debut was not the only thing that happened on Raw. We also got a few confirmations for for the Rumble.
Yeah, that's what
The
I
Real
look for,
Rumpus.
man. I always wonder to myself, I wonder if Punk is going to be in the Rumble. If only he could tell me one way or another. I just can't stand this will he, won't he situation, you know? Jesus Christ, this is the biggest waste of time ever. Like, these guys could have a really good storyline, but
So
if the
they were
storyline is
complaining
them
about
just
Penta,
talking
this is
about...
what they
Yeah,
just left
they were
off?
like, oh, Penta went a little long. Like, no, man, you had 3 people talk for 45 minutes
It's true.
about joining a match that we all fucking knew they were going to be in.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's like for a moment there, I was like, "Oh, this segment's about to be so sick," and then like Drew did his job and was just like the biggest heel and just like let me down. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm not mad at him because he's really good at pissing people off. He
Yeah.
just pissed me off. And
Yeah,
it's
he
like,
nailed it.
But now this segment just doesn't even like if it was about to be a 3-way just fucking brawl, I was gonna be so
Ooh,
hyped.
I'd
And
see a 3-way with them guys. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
hot.
whoa, what the hell? That's getting all.
That's what I
hot and
thought.
bothered over there.
So when I went on to watch, I watched Raw like after the broadcast.
So you could
And-
skip the commercials?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, no,
Yeah.
but also I was whatever. But anyway, I click through because I was like, let me watch this Penta match. And I guess like halfway through the Penta match, they showed the graphic at the bottom, and it was like Seth, Punk, Drew, Royal Rumble, and I was like, no way, they're having a triple threat. And then they were like, and then Michael Cole was like, they have all declared, and I was like, damn it. I was like, yeah, I already knew that. Obviously, I was like, no, the triple threat.
Would you
be
rather
great.
see a triple threat with them?
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
What that'd be.
Yeah, I thought they were about to build for like a triple threat feud. Like maybe that will be a match, but like I thought they were building towards.
But not at the Rumble.
No, I thought it was
They got what
gonna
they're
like.
doing there. Yeah, I'd be down to build for a triple threat feud there. That's awesome.
I think that's
You don't
where
really
this
see
is all
those that
going
often,
anyway.
like-
Do you think? Do you prefer, I guess, like the surprises at Rumble as opposed to like 48%? Like, oh, I'm going to be in the Rumble. I'm declaring myself for the Rumble.
Oh,
Just
hell
come
no.
out when the Rumble's there.
Surprises
just-
are way
right,
better.
Right,
Surprises
yo,
are
number 3.
way
Like, oh, I
better.
didn't know this
I-
guy. I
I'm-
didn't know. Well, we knew Punk was going to be in, but I didn't know Punk was going to be in.
I'm not mad about it because if it's somebody who's injured or like a legend returning, I would be pissed if they were like, I'm coming back.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? But like anybody who's like obviously like viable for it, declaring it just to make it clear and just to sell tickets and make sure you know
Yeah.
what I mean, you know that they're
But
going to
there's like certain, if you like
Yeah,
watch,
I don't know.
you know what I mean? There's certain people that you like know.
There's some mid carders. I want like a no one. I want Tozawa to be like, hey, I'm going to be in the Rumble, and they're like, are
And he
you?
does
I don't
his
know,
dance.
man.
He's like, ooh.
They're like, we haven't
that's
decided.
not gonna work for us,
We haven't
brother.
decided you're going to be in the Rumble.
You know what I hate even more than already knowing is when they say what number. When they're like, yo, I'm the 30th entrant. I'm like, oh, cool.
That's what they got. They got to go back to the ping pong balls.
Yes, I was about to
way
say
be-
that.
Yo, that's so much better because I'm like,
was
cool.
pretty
So you're probably gonna.
Well, then you
It's like
had
you're in a bingo hall.
then you
and-
had like the best storyline ever with Eddie Guerrero and Ric Flair.
yeah,
and
he
Eddie
the
stole
number.
Ric Flair's
It's
number.
Awesome. So good.
It's the-
I thought you were gonna talk about when Vince was like manhandling all the women when they were doing it. I forget what year that was.
No, we're
They
gonna
had
say
the
that.
like
in the
But it was
little
probably a
bingo
few
one,
years.
and like all like the divas at the time were like in like wedding gown, not wedding gowns, but like you know what I mean, like ball gowns, and he's just perving it up.
I'm sure.
But now
yeah.
and now
Vince.
now we just get the foghorn leghorn gimmick of people be like, what I say, I do declare.
I do
I
declare.
do declare. You don't have to declare something. You don't have to say. You're
I
declaring
declare
something.
bankruptcy.
Yeah, you don't have to say since you're declaring something. You're already declaring it. But yeah, obviously not a big surprise, but that was on Raw, so I knew Woody would.
I
have
mean,
some
we'll just
strong
get
opinions
used to
about
that for the next 3
Yeah,
weeks.
exactly. Every time something good's about to happen, you're like, oh wait, no, they're just declaring for the Rumble.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like
Totally.
Cena is one that I was okay with.
Yeah, except for his
obviously,
gimmick that he's
obviously,
like, I don't know,
we
how
talked
could
about
I
it last
do
week.
it?
Wait a minute. No, but he's a guy that like needed to declare.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, because he's selling tickets.
Yeah, I guess.
That's his
But
schedule is going to be posted online
yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
So like he has to be coming
would've
out.
been
and doing that.
but
Fucking
yo-
sick if it just went.
So true. Like so much
He
better.
has a history of that,
if-
bro.
It's so much better if that music just
Yeah,
hits
I
at Rumble.
I don't know,
You don't know.
because but I know he's in there already. So now the
Yeah,
only
you're
thing
right.
it's not a surprise.
You're right.
He
It'll
just
be
said it
surprised
on
when
the
it comes
first
up.
episode for like 45 minutes.
But the only
Well, no, that's what we're
no,
saying.
I'm saying, but
was
we already
that-
knew he was in the Rumble.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. yeah.
So the only way there could be a surprise is if he doesn't come out and you're disappointed. So at that point, let's kill the surprise altogether. Let them know you're in, so we don't have to worry about being disappointed by it.
But now, like every promo leading up, I'm gonna think that that's all it's about. Like when Jey Uso came out, I was like, oh, he's gonna declare himself for the Royal Rumble. But no, it was like Saturday Night Main Event with Gunther.
Do you guys want to talk a little bit about that? About that Jey Uso Gunther promo battle, where Gunther was just absolutely spitting facts. It was I've never seen someone tell the truth so hard to someone's face like that. He was like, main event Jey Uso, that's just a name. That's just your name. It's not what you are.
I was like, is that Woody in the ring?
Yeah, and he's like,
yeah.
You know what you are.
Same haircut.
Did Woody write this promo?
You know what you are?
Nationality.
Yeah, you know what you are. You're a really good tag team wrestler.
These Aryans really stick together.
It's true.
I do not have blue eyes or blonde hair. Listen, and I'm not Austrian like that guy. All right. I'm a true
Jey
proud
Uso got
German.
emotional though. So I look in the mirror every morning, bet on myself.
I'll bet on myself, Who's?
He
I want to be a good wrestler. My daddy said I could be a good wrestler.
No yeet. He was like, oh, no. They're like yeeting at the wrong things, like the wrong points, and like the promo, and he's like,
yeah, I've actually been not feeling great.
Been yeeting all over the place.
No, I think I have a eating disorder.
I
It's
thought you
had a yeet infection.
that's what leads a eating disorder leads to that. And then like I don't know, I'll have like erectile dysfunction even after that.
No.
You're losing me a little bit there on that one. Jesus.
I'm not in with Jey Uso. Surprise, guys. I don't think he's gonna beat Gunther. I think if he does, it'll be a mistake.
He's gonna get that roll up.
Okay.
Schoolboy roll up for the win.
Yeah.
And if he does win, it'll be kind of funny because it'll just be another championship that he has under his belt that is literally just the transition.
I was literally about to say Rikishi's gonna be so pissed.
He's gonna have it for like 2 weeks so they can get put it on
Gunther's
like
gonna smack
Punk
this
or
fucking
Seth.
tattoo off his fucking. I love Jey Uso, but
Yeah.
and I don't like Gunther.
Wouldn't it be great if it's like
But-
he actually changed? He slaps so hard it changes his tattoo.
He's like, whoa.
It's barbed wire now.
Right, I'm
Shit.
about to say like
It's crazy.
Right.
Went from one bad gimmick to another bad gimmick.
Yeah. Well, also on Raw, we have to talk about obviously the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion.
Ugh.
How do you feel about that?
We do have to talk about it.
Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, we got to talk about it
What do you
because if
think?
I don't, I'm gonna explode over here,
Hit us.
Gonna yeet all over the place.
bro. I love Dakota Kai so much. Why the hell did she not get that championship? I mean, Valkyria, she's all right and all. Like I'm not like hating on
She's
her.
not there yet. It's
yeah,
what,
like, and it's not like even like a Dakota's been there longer. Like I don't know. It's just like I like her more. Like she like hits harder. Like she's like I don't know. I like Dakota Kai, and like I feel like Valkyria like could have waited.
She got the Becky Lynch rub. That's Becky Lynch's like protege.
it's what it feels like too. It feels like it's a who you know
Becky
situation.
Lynch went down to NXT, had that match with her, and dropped the title back NXT
Right.
title back to Lyra down there. So like, you know what I mean? Becky Lynch should have been down at NXT.
How many times did
You
they
know how I
got
feel about that. You go to NXT, especially if you lose a belt. Oh, you stay down there.
stay down there? Yeah, you don't get to come back. How much do they just love the Irish over there? They're just putting Irish wrestlers over all the time.
Yeah.
We really need that faction. Was it Sheamus, Becky Lynch, Lyra,
Piper Niven.
Piper? No, she's Scottish.
Scottish.
Oh.
Finn Balor.
She'd be with Drew McIntyre.
Finn Balor.
Yeah,
JD
Finn,
McDonough.
JD McDonough, JD McFunko Pop,
Yeah.
Lord Farquaad.
Well, yeah. I guess Gunky.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
I'm just disappointed that
like both
Dakota
of them,
didn't get it.
I was kind of like, I don't know. There's so many
Yeah.
better women in general
Yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't have even given it to
aren't
Dakota,
involved in the
really,
main
but-
title picture right now that could have had that. You know what I mean? The title,
Mhm.
and especially if you're trying to raise the title and like not make it feel like a mid card title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's exactly what you did. You made it feel like a mid card title.
Also, you had that thing where it had to be Lyra at that point when you put her against Dakota Kai, because if Dakota Kai wins, then you put it on someone who's been a really good hand for a while that kind of deserves it, but earned it away from like backstage people like, oh, you mean like Chelsea Green? Like what you just did this with Chelsea Green.
Yeah, right.
To do that exact same gimmick on the other title, but less comedic, I guess. At least Lyra is gonna be like a young up and comer. And that way, if someone beats her, like whoever beats her next makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Chelsea Green, there's a lot of people she can't lose to. That would make it would be like if she loses to Mi Chin, it's bad.
Right.
It's bad writing.
I don't know about
But
that.
Lyra-
I don't be coming at Mi Chin like that. Mi Chin, Mia Yim, I think she would have, like, if she wasn't going to be there, I would have liked her over here in with the Intercontinental. Because, like, you got your Chelsea Green, you know what I mean? Good, solid in-ring work. But just Mia Yim's been kind of doing the same thing, just not as funny.
But like also just recently, she just started putting on some good matches, and then people were like, "Wow, she's been working really hard." And you're like, "Yeah, she's been working hard at house shows, not on TV. She hasn't been doing good enough shit on TV. She's been lost with the OC. She was
that's
lost
not
after
on
AJ
her.
Styles.
That's
booking.
That's not
Okay,
on her.
I know, but like, so like,
Well, I see her
it is
as
on
more
her
like
as
a
well.
solid,
If you're really
like,
good, they'll book you really
around wrestler than Lyra. Lyra maybe could have beat
good.
her down
Yeah,
the
I
line.
agree. Lyra's them putting
if
on
you
the
see
future.
that Mia Yim and Dakota Kai fighting, like, you're not gonna be like, oh man, that Dakota Kai, she's gonna, you know what I mean? She's a little spider monkey. She's just literally like a little kiwi. She's small, slim built, like. Mia Yim, like, at least she's like hard hitting. You've seen her fight like men, kind of. You know what I mean?
Also,
Before WWE.
they're homies outside of the ring.
Mia Yim and
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai.
We saw them both at Wall Mania.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
hanging out.
They were hanging out at Wall Mania with Keith Lee.
Take a
and
shot.
Right when Omos was there,
Yeah.
big motherfucker.
Now he just went to Japan, right?
Yeah, don't get Woody started on that because we'll have to, you know.
He's like a monster. I saw some guy like interviewing him. He was like, "You're somebody." The guy has no idea it's like wrestling.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he just looked at him and was like, "You're
He's
somebody.
like,
You're
you play
famous, right?"
basketball?
He's like,
Just
nah.
big black guy in Japan. Like, you play basketball.
Yeah.
So, wow.
You
He was
can't
like,
say
"No, I
that.
wrestle for WWE."
Yeah.
I actually saw him. He got his Roberto jacket.
Nice.
Hey.
he
And
got
apparently
almost-
so did you.
It's almost this exact one. Actually, there's a picture of him. I looked at it and I was like, "Oh my
Is
god,
Omos
twins!
the same one?
Twins? Me and Omos?
Jesus
Almost the
Christ.
same.
One?
Almost
I
the
want to
same.
go
one.
so bad.
Heck's been on dad duty this week, and the
Step
jokes
that
are
up.
really
My
starting to
girls-
flow.
My girl sending me pictures in Costa Rica, like on the beach with like horses running by.
That's
Like
awesome.
we're like 22 degrees, and I'm like
Yeah.
taking kids to school.
For real.
That's fun.
And then finally, before we get off of Raw, we got to talk about the main event: Street Fight, Damian Priest and Finn Balor.
My favorite part is when he pushed the Gertie to the ring, and it was like the perfect height.
Perfectly. Oh my
And
god.
like he just rolled, Finn just rolled right into it.
I thought
was
that
like,
was gonna
so
go
funny.
so poorly. I thought when as soon as it turned, it was gonna flip and he was gonna
Yeah.
like hit the corner of the apron. And
Yeah.
I was like, this is gonna go really bad. But he's just like it turned,
Yeah, it was pretty
lined up
crazy.
perfectly and rolled. Like, is that aura? Is that what aura
Yeah,
is? I
that's
don't
it.
know.
I
Like
think
that's
it's
not
partially.
skill,
I
right?
think
That's
that's
not
aura
that
practice.
poppy
is-
power
The best thing was the coup de grace, coup de
through the
grace
table.
through the table.
So good. That was awesome.
It was so perfectly done. I wish that that could have been the end of the match.
I love seeing Finn do that, and like when they do it in slow mo, because you literally see him like scrunch his knees all the way up and then
Yeah.
just extend them down. I'm like, all right, yeah, that's gotta hurt. Like,
Well, yeah, there's really no
Yeah, it
way
really
to
does.
fake that.
right. That's what I mean.
I
like,
mean,
well,
it's
they-
the way that he lands.
Gravity
but
is pulling you down.
The first thing that hits is definitely him. So that's a lot
Yeah,
of
he just
force.
doesn't put it's force without weight.
he kind of like rolls.
That's what he does a really
Yeah.
good job with, where
like,
he
as he makes contact.
forces
You're
his
getting
feet
kicked
down.
hard as shit.
He kicks you, and then he takes all his weight off and rolls off
Yeah,
of you.
for sure, but that's a hard fucking kick to this.
Amen.
Like,
Yeah.
and you can't
Right in the
really.
sternum.
He doesn't. I mean, as good as he is, he can't always really pinpoint where it is. So
Right,
sometimes
right.
sometimes
Oh,
you're getting
yeah.
hit in the fucking
He-
dick, like
he-
hard as hell.
I think he did that the other day. I saw it was on a stomp where it was like a little
the
bit
dick
low.
stomper.
Oh, that's a true finisher, man. That's a second generation finisher. You know what I mean? That's how you end the bloodline.
So now it's like, is
Someone hit Roman with the dick stomp.
is this done?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
Finn
Damien.
gets the win.
I think Damien's going. Well, no, Finn loses.
Finn
Oh
lost.
yeah.
Finn lost. Damien's gonna be like, I beat you. I'm moving on, and he's
Yeah.
gonna go. I think he's gonna switch shows.
Oh,
I think
okay.
he'll
go to-
go to SmackDown.
What is
Well,
what's it? The
The transfer portal.
transfer
What
portal.
the
It's
the hell
open
is
right
there
now.
for
If
him
this
to do
guy
on
talks about the
SmackDown?
damn
That was like the
transfer
huge
portal again.
fucking cheetah that showed up.
The-
What?
what are you talking about?
The
Are you
cheetah.
hallucinating again?
Yeah.
Hank?
Nia Jax?
Oh, I'm
Oh.
crying.
Tiger. She was more.
No, that was
you're right.
that was
you're
full
right.
on cheetah, bro.
Yeah.
That
What?
was full on. She skinned a cheetah.
Yes, but I know. But
and
you, I
just-
thought you sent a picture of a fat tiger.
No, it was a
That's
fat
what
cheetah.
I saw. It was a fat cheetah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because she said transfer portal, and that's what made me think of it.
She did?
Okay.
Yes.
Yo.
She said,
wow.
you know
Do you
this
know-
transfer portal.
Well,
like,
it's funny. You said she skinned it. She didn't know how many cheetahs she had to skin to make that outfit.
The whole pride.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe that she really said transfer portal,
Yeah,
and I've
she
been
did.
making fun of
And
Woody
so when
for
she
weeks.
said it, I thought of Woody.
It's so
That's
funny.
what it's called, guys.
Yeah.
It's. I thought it
I'm
was.
ahead of the game.
So they
I
set
thought that
that
was
up
just
with
a
her and
thing in
mommy. You know
college
what I mean?
sports.
Next, and then Bailey came out. Blah blah blah. Yeah, no, the Finn, like you still saw everybody getting involved. I always think it's funny when like
The Viking
the one
experience.
weapon, well, the one weapon had like the Puerto Rican flag, the kendo stick, and I'm like, did like so he go under there and just like paint one,
Yeah.
and he was like, that's my kendo, that's
Don't
my
touch
kendo
don't touch
stick.
don't touch my kendo
Don't
stick.
touch my kendo stick.
That's my kendo stick. I painted it. It's
But
got
it was
my
cool
name right
too
there.
because like Finn was like just basic kendo shots. He did like a fucking like kendo combo, like back, lower leg, front shin. Like I was like, damn,
Yeah.
he's a fucking ninja.
Yeah.
X triangle, XX triangle,
right.
R2
Yeah,
square.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a good one.
That's so
AB,
Kendo
AB,
combo.
Up, down, up,
RB to
down.
drop the kendo stick.
Yeah.
yeah, that was. I thought
Nah,
that
it was a
match.
good solid match, man.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I thought as where street fights go, especially on Raw, it was a really good street fight.
Yeah.
I was pumped on it. I'm especially pumped if that's the end of the feud.
Carlito came out, hit a backstabber on him. Yeah,
We need these guys to like move on to other things.
Right.
This was I'm
because Davian kept trying to, and it just seemed like Finn was just.
yeah, he's like
Nah.
I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
I'll wait till you forgot about me.
And
then I'm gonna take everything you have.
Me. And then I'm gonna come back, hit you with a quarter grace.
Coming out there with sleeves and no shirt, just trying to show off his abs. Like I get
would,
it.
dude. I would never wear a shirt if I was him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Jeff Hardy did that for a long time, so you know.
Oh yeah,
get
the
it.
look,
With
the
the sleeves.
sleeves.
Jeff Hardy was never built like Finn Balor though. He was never as ripped.
I guess it's fair.
Finn Balor has like a fucking 12-pack.
He
You
sure
could
does.
do your laundry on that thing.
It's true. Well, moving on.
Getting hot in here.
It sure is. Moving on to the other side of the wrestling cinematic universe before we all get too juiced up. Cope and
I mean, there's been rumors of Malachi Black. There was rumors like a while ago. Like Buddy Murphy was going to be leaving.
It's the rumors, and then they
then
were
he
squashed.
resigned.
They're like, oh no, Malachi
Yeah.
Black's
Yeah.
like, no, he's definitely not moving on. You guys are crazy. And then there was
feel
like, well, maybe we weren't so crazy.
Well, he was misused there. Like the whole House of Black. I've always said it. You could go back to old episodes. They should have been fucking running roughshod over AEW, the trios titles. They should have had like the longest
totally
trios
agree.
titles, fucking if that was a thing. Tag teams, Malachi Black as himself, Buddy Murphy, Brody King, like they're just all like solid guys, and they
Yeah.
just like even Buddy Murphy without his tattoos like look like he like should be in there. He's just so like grimy looking and like ripped, and they just never did.
It is kind of crazy.
They even tried
think
out
the
adding
I think the exact same thing.
this chick
Julia Hart.
Julia Hart to.
Julia
And
Hart.
She kind of got out.
Oh god.
Sorry, we've been
She
singing that all morning.
She kind of like was part of the group, kind of doing her own thing. She would kind of come out with them every once in a while and had her own title runs and stuff. But like, I don't know, House of Black just never got to where they should have been. So I'd have been frustrated too. Like,
I think
you know what
I think
mean?
Yeah.
they've been a huge like victim of booking. I totally agree with you. All three of those guys could have had a solo run. All three of those guys could have been a trio. Any combination could have been a tag team. They are awesome, and I'm hoping that at least maybe it's Malachi Black was the problem.
Right, the Dutch Destroyer.
Because I heard some people saying that if he's leaving, some people said like they're not mad at it.
Interesting.
Like people backstage are like, okay, that's not the worst thing to happen.
Interesting.
So maybe this can springboard Buddy Matthews and
just go back to WWE and bang
Or
Zelina
Brody
Vega more
King,
often.
dude.
Brody King's an absolute
sick.
beast.
He's a monster.
Give
his
that
band
dude
is
like
sick,
give
dude.
that dude the Continental Championship like right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's a perfect thing for
So
him
when
to
I
hold.
see him like taking losses to certain people, I'm just like,
Like Darby Allin.
Again, it's
Yeah.
like one of those
Yeah.
things. There are certain wrestling matches where you're like, yo, that dude is very clearly gonna beat the shit out of that other guy.
Yeah.
And
Like if Darby tried to come
those
into
are
the
my
club,
least favorite.
Brody would throw him out. No
That's what
problem.
I'm
Well, the
saying.
way I
Like,
would have
yeah.
the way I would have booked Darby and Brody.
Brody's always like a bouncer to me.
Bro, the way I would have booked Darby versus Brody would have been very long term, and it would have just been like every now and then just throwing them in a match together, and every time Brody winning, and then eventually, like maybe like Brody
He
gets
pulls a
the
Jey Uso and rolls him up.
or no, I want him to get a clean fucking coffin drop win, but like it would mean so much more if it's just like this is like their 20th match.
He finally
after, like,
overcame
4 years. Yeah, and it's not
David
even a
Goliath,
feud
kinda.
necessarily. You know what I mean? It's just like they keep getting put in this
Yeah.
situation. And it's like every time he fucking almost gets it,
And
but he
he's just
doesn't.
like, shit, I
And
gotta
then
go
the
into him
final
again.
time, Brody has a title of some sort. You know what I mean? And then, I mean, I wouldn't even be mad if it's the world championship. I mean, I wouldn't mind Brody with that.
They
And
don't
I
know
wouldn't
how to-
mind Darby with that either. Really?
They don't know
I'm
how
on
to
board.
book big guys over there.
Yeah.
No, exactly. So
But
I don't.
you know,
I'm not-
why Darby loves wrestling big guys, man. He likes climbing mountains.
No?
You know, and he's going to be taking some time off.
Yeah,
Apparently,
again. Hopefully,
Again.
you don't get hit by a bus again.
He's taking they said a significant amount of time off because he has to train to climb Everest.
Take 2.
Yeah, this is. I hope he doesn't have like green boots. You know, I don't know if you know.
He's gonna
for
be like
real.
the mile marker.
What do you know? Green boots. Green
kn-
boots is the guy. He's a dead
Yeah.
body up there.
He's a mile marker.
wearing
yeah.
green. He's wearing green boots, and he's like the. If you see him, you're right. You're so close to being at the top.
Yeah.
That's the holy shit. I saw green boots. Get the
Which is
energy. Get to
crazy.
the top.
That
Which is
people
crazy
still do
'cause-
that, and like you're just walking by dead bodies.
Yeah.
And the fact that that dude is like, he was like almost there, and then
Also think about that. That guy was like trained and highly
Yeah.
motivated, successful person who now is known as fucking green boots as a
And-
dead body on a mountain.
And just
Go
help
ahead,
people,
Darby.
Yeah.
Good luck up there, buddy.
Darby, please,
people
please
die
take
up there
green
all
boot
the
spot.
time. People die up there all
Yeah,
the time.
and Darby
I don't know why
Allin
you
is
would
like
do that.
fucking 12 pounds wet with a brick in his pocket.
Well, he's gonna climb out. He's gonna hold on to a balloon, one single
They're
balloon.
just gonna float him up
And
there.
just-
I don't know
And
why
you know,
would
I
do
mean,
that, but okay.
this guy, especially nowadays, isn't even really. This point I'm about to make doesn't even really make sense because this guy is not really looked at as a good boss.
I'm always curious when Gunky like leads with stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's gonna be a stupid question, but just get to it.
Just-
We'll be the judge of it.
all
All
right.
right.
But could you imagine mid 90s going to Vince's office and being like, "Hey Vince, I know I'm one of your like top baby faces, but here's the thing. I'm going to go climb Mount Everest. I might die or get severely injured and I'm going to like take off a shit ton of time for training."
He'd be like,
Imagine-
"What the
imagine-
hell?"
He would say, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Fired.
I'm gonna bring Hogan in here real quick to tell you something. Just,
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
wait there. Hold on a second. Yeah, Terry, can you come in here real quick? Thank you. Okay, say the thing. That's not gonna work for me, brother.
Do the line, Terry.
Like
It would never happen.
he wouldn't even let motherfuckers go do movies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let
Especially
alone
if you
some.
can like get hurt or die.
Yeah.
But what if he said I'd put like a Raw is War flag on top? You know
Vince is
what I
like,
mean?
"Oh, Terry, I might have to take it back."
Yeah,
Like, could you
that's
do a
not bad.
bra and panties match at the top of Everest?
It's like, we're gonna do a match.
Yeah.
I want to see you take a shit up there.
How many divas can you bring with you?
How many divas?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. If there was some incentive for him, he'd be like, I don't know, maybe.
That would be cool as shit though. A Raw is War flag at the top of Mount
That'd be
Everest
sick.
though. Like, yeah.
But yeah, that just goes to show Tony's like, yeah, go die.
It's kind of crazy. It really is.
It's
pretty
all
wild.
part of Tony's master plan, trying to get rid of Darby. Like,
Yeah.
I paid that bus
He's
driver.
like, bring me back some snow.
I was gonna say, yeah. You think he got confused because he heard like snowy slopes? And
Yeah,
I
he's
was
like,
just
I'm gonna
I'm
go
on
cut
board.
some Slowy Snubs. He's like,
"Can I
me
Can I
too. I'm
come?"
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see what happens with House of Black.
Yeah,
If
but I
he-
mean, they're like, I'm not to cut you off, but like, apparently Cope was back there telling them like, "Yo, bet on yourselves." Like, so do we get like Judgment Black?
House of Judgment.
House of Judgment.
House of Judgment. Yeah,
House of
it's,
Judgment.
that's what it's gonna
Not
be
House
now.
of
Which
Black
is the
Judgment.
Brood.
No, yeah.
Gangrel should come back.
No, House of
That'd
Black
be
Judgment.
great.
Buddy Matthews would make a good vampire.
No.
Brody
I think
King.
Brody King would be a fat vampire.
Buddy
yeah,
Murphy,
how do you get fat off
Buddy
blood?
Matthews
Yeah.
as a
Just
vampire
sucking
reminds me of,
diabetes
like,
kids
Triple
up.
H and Blade.
You better watch out there, Roman. But
Fuck yeah,
Brody King's coming
Wow,
for you.
so rude. So rude.
The only diabetic blood.
Jesus.
He feeds you a donut right before he eats you.
Fucked up. That's fucked up. What I was gonna say before that comment was if Malachi leaves, what do you think he does?
Oh, I think he had a match at CCW Independent, which I can't remember the last time. And even with AEW letting these guys do certain independent stuff, I think he comes back to WWE. When Triple H was running NXT, like he was a Triple H guy.
He was. I think he would.
Zelina's there.
I would love to have him have a run in New Japan though first.
That'd be awesome.
Because I think he's one of those guys like with his stiff style in Japan can work really fucking well. That Black Mass finisher is such a good finisher.
Yeah.
And I think it would go over like fucking whatever's really popular in Japan these days. You know, Omos, I guess.
But Buddy, it was interesting to me that Buddy Murphy or Matthews wasn't.
You say he's big in Japan? Yes, he is big in Japan.
Wasn't with Brody and Julia Hart when Cope was.
It feels like they're already separating it right now. Yeah. They're really trying to make this transition easy for us to not have House of Black anymore, which is a bummer. I will miss them, but as long we can get some good out of this, if we can get a Buddy run or a Brody run. Then
one of these guys got to get a good singles run.
But don't split them up and then waste it.
Yeah.
What if you put them together and then they were Brody?
Oh yeah.
Brody Matthews.
Brody King Thews.
Yeah.
Brody King Thews.
That'd be sick.
And then they're just like a one-room apartment of black, like a studio of black.
A studio.
Not a house. The loft of black.
Condo of black.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with the condo of black.
As long as Cope doesn't jump off of something and break his legs again.
Yeah.
That would be sick, though.
The Great White Cope.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That's printed. That's a new shirt right there.
Great White Cope.
Just like I was there.
Big black and jacked and the Great White Cope.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
big black and jacked and the Great White Cope.
We need more racial T-shirts.
I was there January 6th. Moving on to our final big topic of the week. This weekend, January 19th, Sunday, we got the People versus GCW from the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York, as they say, in the shadow of Madison Square Garden.
Is this the event that
Oh, we can wait. Wait till you finish your candy, then we'll
probably answering this myself. Don't judge me. The promos were like they're on like court and shit, and like criminals and shit. This was leading up to this.
Oh, I think the music. It's one of my favorite music of all. The People's Court. The boom boom boom.
That's a good question.
Boom boom.
We should definitely talk to Brad about that.
I thought it should have been Bad Boys. That should be Joey Janela's theme.
I don't know. Joey Janela's theme is so sick.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Joey Janela's theme is fucking sick.
Joey Janela's music right now is so sick. But yeah, this card is like jam.
I'm about to say, I was just looking. It's a big card.
Not only with matches, but just with like talent. Like it's.
And then AEW was just at Hammerstein.
Yeah, AEW was at Hammerstein.
ECW do a bunch of shit there. One Night Stand was there, right?
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
One Night Stand 2005, 2006. One of the best shows ever out of those two.
Little sour powder down his throat, down the wrong pipe.
Down the wrong pipe. Sucking on that licorice.
Jesus. Yeah, this looks like an awesome card.
6-man tag match.
Yeah, Gunky's former rival.
Shout out Griff McCoy.
Gunky's former rival is on the card.
Yeah. Fucking shout out to my boy Griff.
Tony Deppen.
Gonna be in the Hammerstein Ballroom.
I could say I'm super excited to see Masato Tanaka versus Joey Janela.
It's gonna be that's incredible. I
had no idea.
I'm always just excited to see Megan Bain.
Yeah, different reasons.
Matt Cardona versus question marks. I'm excited to see that match.
Yeah.
Mysterio.
You know who?
Mysterio. No, but Matt Cardona versus a mystery opponent.
What if like 3 question marks is like the guy's name?
That's awesome.
And we're just marks. And we don't even know.
He's like the Riddler or something like that.
Right.
No,
Riddle
not the
this.
fucking Rizzler. The Riddler came before him. All right.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out to Jim Carrey. Good.
Yeah.
Be this card.
The 6-man tag match: Little Guido, Super Crazy, and Tajiri versus Los Desperados.
If I don't get some mist blown,
that team,
I'm gonna be disappointed.
That team is wild.
Just ECW originals.
Little Guido, Super Crazy, and Tajiri.
Yeah.
is wild.
They're the 3 guys that were old enough to be there when
Well,
ECW had their
I mean,
matches there.
you remember
They
their
probably were there. I'm
Right,
pretty sure
right.
they
Well,
wrestled at that.
They wrestled in a triple threat match against each other at One Night Stand, and it was one of the greatest.
They did?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
one of the
that's
fucking.
awesome.
Dude, I used to watch that DVD like over and over and over
Yeah,
and
I
over
mean,
and
it's
over
great.
until there
I
was like a
mean-
ring around it and I couldn't watch it again.
Like you're fucking.
It's one of the
Yeah,
sickest. I mean,
that's like
so
that's
good.
like if it's not the first match, it's like one of the first matches. It's like
well, that tells you why they're on a team now. This is
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
awesome.
that's why
That's
I'm like
awesome.
it's a
Throwback
callback. It's,
thing.
And also,
Yeah.
they're going against Les Desperados, which as Gringo. I don't know much about Arez. Sorry, I love Gringo Loco, and I fucking love Jack Cartwheel. If you haven't looked at any of his stuff, look it up online.
Yeah,
I'll
He's
check out
awesome.
Jack Cartwheel.
Gringo
Gringo
Loco,
Loco, I know. Yeah.
he's amazing as well. So that could end up being like that could steal the show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Over the Bloodsport match between Tom Pestock and Josh Barnett.
I mean, that's gonna be insane.
These are the 2 of the whitest names in the world, too, right?
And
there.
It's like a court document.
If you guys didn't know, Tom Pestock was once upon a time Baron Corbin.
But those are 2 of the
Happy
most
Corbin,
like ass
Sad
beatenest,
Sad
fucking
Pestock, Happy Pestock.
Lone
hard
Wolf.
ass white boys.
we
like,
talked about Baron Corbin being a legitimate badass. He
Legit
did
tough
he do
guy.
Judo match. Or
yeah, he had a
some shit?
judo match that he
Legit tough
was
guy.
a silver in.
He's a great barbecuer.
He's
And I
a
mean,
he's a
is
Gold
he?
Glove boxer.
I thought you were gonna say he's a Gold Glove barbecuer.
I mean that
That's
too.
Gold Mitten
Right,
barbecuer.
right, yeah,
But he's a
yeah.
Gold Glove boxer. He's a legitimate
Barnett's no
badass.
fucking slouch. You know what
No,
I mean? He's
no.
created Bloodsport, which is like this MMA wrestling hybrid. He's
Yeah.
a former MMA
So it makes sense
star.
that
like,
Tom
Was he
Pestock-
the Fourth Rope champion or Fourth Rope like one of the first signings for Fourth Rope as well?
No,
Barnett?
that's
Yeah.
Josh.
no, that's
No, sorry, I
Joshua
got-
Bishop.
There you go. I knew it was.
That
I knew it
guy's
was
fucking sick
I
as
knew it was a
hell.
JV
So
in my mind. Like I couldn't remember.
All they're missing is the L.
Yeah.
Who will be on Raw next week? Side note.
Really?
Who?
Who?
JBL?
JBL.
Really?
No way.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's at this too, because the way he's been popping up in
Do you
indies,
think
beating the
he's
shit
a
out of
mystery
people.
opponent against Matt Cardona?
Oh, right. That could be.
That would be
No.
easy.
And he's
But that
talking
would
shit
be
about
cool.
ECW and
Maybe.
GCW.
He
Yeah.
did. Andy did that
At One Night Stand?
Stand.
That'd be a
That'd be
callback.
sick.
Yeah,
Callback.
LTST.
Brett Lauderdale loves a callback.
And we know he's listening. After that, we got the GCW Ultraviolet title. Dude, Matthew Justice, John Wayne Murdoch, Matt Tremont.
I like
That's
John Wayne
fucking
Murdoch.
good.
He's fucking cool.
And,
Badass.
This is what I'm calling the
Dr.
pop
Redacted.
my bathroom break.
Matt
crazy.
Tremont.
What?
dude.
No, you're crazy.
smoking crack. This is gonna be insane. DLC, death ladders and chairs.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah. This is what
God.
this is exactly why I'm good on when it comes to deathmatch stuff. I don't do it.
You gotta come
Don't
up
do
on
it.
the fucking spaceship with me and
You're
JA
crazy.
once in a
Nope.
while
Yeah,
because
yeah,
shit
yeah.
gets
Nah,
fun.
I
up
want to
there.
see this. This shit
Dude,
was
Matt
crazy.
Tremont, obviously, it's no secret we love that dude. This is going to be
Dr.
insane.
Redacted.
John Wayne Murdoch. I mean, yeah, that match is going to be an absolute barn burner.
Might
then
actually be fire there. Bro.
literally might actually be fire. El Hijo del Vikingo versus Sidney
who is it?
Hakim. El Hijo del Vikingo.
Oh, Hiho,
Hijo. El Hijo.
Eho,
Hijo.
Eho.
Hijo.
El Hijo
Hee-haw.
del Vikingo.
He's like,
You
it's too
fucking
many
jackass.
vowels being
Fucking
changed.
versus
Cabron.
Sidney Hakim. That's going to be a heater. We
I like
just saw-
that. This should be a fun match. You know what I mean? Like both these guys are fucking like quick. I just don't want to. The only thing I hate that El Hijo that Viking like I don't fucking run the ropes. That shit's fucking. Every fucking lucha guy does that shit now. Like,
Also, no one's doing as well as Commander.
yeah, like, yeah.
It's like
Do those
when
fucking
someone does a spot
crazy
better than you, yeah, do your
fucking
630 off the
Corkscrews, yeah, the
Yeah.
630.
do a springboard superstar,
Sidney
shooting star
Hakim,
plus.
he's fuking cool as shit. I think he was a miss by WWE. She kept him. He was a good
We
mid
saw
card.
him. Where did we see him, Gunky? At
Walmart.
Wow. No, we saw him wrestle at
At
GCW at
Yeah, yeah. It's
Harris.
Reggie.
At
Yeah,
Harris. Yeah,
Reggie.
yeah. That
I
was
was thinking
awesome.
that it was, and I saw him at Chili's later. Yeah,
After that,
they got good food.
tag team title match: Fonz is Forever, Dominic Garini and Kevin
Garbage
Koo
Daddies.
versus Garbage Daddies. I love that name.
Garbage daddies.
Alex Price and Cole Radricks. That's gonna be great.
Then I like that they have the number one contender match in the
Shout out
same
Cole.
night as the championship match. So
Oh.
Effie and Ali Catch are going to wrestle,
Dude.
and the winner of that will wrestle Mance Warner.
I think it's gonna be. I think they're gonna run back Fe.
Yeah,
We
I think
saw-
FE will win the championship.
Yeah, we
Wrestling
saw.
is gay.
Yeah,
Love it.
Yeah. And then of course Mance Warner versus the winner of that match, and that'll be
Either way,
I'm sure a
whoever wins the
barn burner.
contendership match, I want Mance Warner to win.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know who the real winner is going to be?
Who?
The fans.
That's
the
true.
people.
Huh?
The people versus GCW.
Because
The
like
people
Hogan
always gonna
said,
win.
they were his greatest tag team partners.
Yeah. They respect Hogan and
They sure do.
they forgive him just like they forgave Benoit.
Oh,
The
great
things.
sound bites by the man Terry himself.
Yeah.
He wrestled 400 times in a year.
You know he was almost in the Rolling Stones, right?
Yeah.
I did actually know that.
Mick won
Elvis
it.
was a fan of Hogan,
Big fan.
and
big
they
fan.
only he was out there with Jimmy Hart, even though Jimmy Hart was getting booed.
He almost played for the Cincinnati Reds as well.
Wasn't that Macho,
Macho
Man?
Man legitimately
Yeah, wasn't that
played
Macho
for
was like
the
was on their
like their
the
under
spring
league.
training,
Yeah,
Yeah.
things
but
like that. Yeah,
Hogan also apparently almost played for them.
Mr.
Wow.
Poffo.
Guy's a legend. This card looks amazing. Hammerstein this Sunday.
Hammerstein.
Listen, guys, it is probably sold out, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean you can't find tickets. And if you were interested in ever going to this, is a fucking show to go to.
Yeah, it's gonna be
because it's
amazing.
literally one of the greatest wrestling venues in the entire world.
Historic also.
I mean, yes, that goes along with what I'm saying. Like, this is a place. This is a spot
You didn't
on
have
your
to say
bucket
that,
list. This is on your bucket list. A spot you should go watch wrestling at.
Yeah.
This is like if you're ever in Japan, you should go watch a show at the Tokyo Dome.
Mm-hmm.
This is that same level to me.
Here, ECW
Wow.
Arena.
Like, it's obviously not bigger. It's meant for smaller shows. It's meant for people like GCW.
Yeah.
Like, when WWE does it, you're like, that's cool, but like also, it's weird. You don't got to do that. GCW does it, you're like, yes, this is the spot for you to put on a fucking match, an
I
amazing
want to
show.
see GCW put on a better fucking time than AEW there.
They will.
Mhm.
This will be more entertaining than an AEW show.
Yeah.
There. I guarantee that.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be awesome.
At the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yeah.
Hammerstein, you know, somebody will figure it out. Well, it's almost that time for us to get out of here. But before we move on to our quick hits, we have
It's
to
Tiffany time. Oh, no.
we have to remind you guys about
Clobbering
our
time?
Regal Rumpus watch party, February 1st. Going to be awesome. As usual, we're going to do our Regal Rumpus raffle. So get excited and be here.
And coinciding, I think, separate, but at the same time, the Royal Rumble is going to be on.
Yeah.
At that, I think around the same time. And that is the best PLE that you can watch. I think it's my.
It's the most fun.
I'm just
So-
going to come around and say it. It is my #1 favorite PLE all
Agreed.
year.
I don't know. I like Cyber Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
But,
go back like 20 years.
And the important thing here, too, is if you know someone that is a casual, that I
Yeah.
kind of like wrestling, and
This
I'm not
is
sure.
what you bring 'em to.
If you have a young kid that you're just like, oh, I've been wanting to try to get like my nephew into wrestling, Royal Rumble is the time to do it. This is the one that it gets everybody hyped.
It is going to be a good one. We're going to definitely see some.
we're
Yo,
definitely going to see
some call-ups.
CM Punk,
Cena,
Drew McIntyre,
Jey Uso.
Seth Rollins.
I think we'll see Roxanne in the women's. Charlotte might be back, or Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Becky's
return.
back.
Yeah, Becky's
She's on
coming back.
every fucking commercial
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. There's just
Dude,
No, who's
Becky,
not?
yo.
Jade.
no. Well, she's been
Interesting.
filming a movie.
Oh,
Is
really?
she?
Yeah. She was filming.
She's gonna
something.
be. She better be fucking Storm in a new X-Men. Is that what they're
100%.
filming?
No, that
Yeah.
girl from Wicked wants to be Storm. She said.
Fuck her.
Um,
Jade needs to be
damn,
Storm.
Is Jade
All right,
doing?
Jesus.
I one of the fake like kayfabe like Facebook pages. It's like literally like kayfabe wrestler or some shit.
Facebook?
They did like saying that Jade was gonna be Storm in the next X-Men '97 movie,
Fire.
and
I prefer
Liv
someone that could
Morgan
act.
was
Yeah, I
gonna
was
be
gonna say.
Jean Grey.
Who?
Liv Morgan.
What?
Jean Grey.
Damn.
No.
that makes
Here's
no
what
sense.
needs to happen, and I'll be happy.
X-Men from WWE Productions?
Yeah,
Let's
and
say
it's literally one of those like kayfabe. Like,
Liv,
you know what
Liv
I mean?
Morgan needs to be like
The
a
pages where-
skeevier character, a little on the sluttier side. I don't
Here's-
think
You're
Cyborg.
talking about like the pages where John is like, yeah, did you know Roman Reigns died?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Here's what
he
needs
was
to
on
happen.
TV
and I'll-
last night.
Here's
so.
here's
No,
what needs to
Carrie.
happen, and
Is
I'll
it
be happy,
Carrie?
bro.
What's the one where the blood falls at the prom?
Yeah, Carrie.
Carrie.
Somebody I saw that. I don't know if that's
Liv
true or
Morgan's
not,
gonna
that
be Carrie?
Jade is gonna
No.
be Carrie.
Jade?
No,
They
there's
were, like,
there's a
rebooting
picture.
it
There
or
was a
some
picture
shit?
of her covered in blood, head to toe.
Shit.
It
Did
is
you know
not
that
from Carrie.
LA Knight quit WWE? Shit.
Wait, she's got a period.
Nikki
That-
Cross should be Carrie. That'd be a good Carrie.
That
No,
love it.
no. This is you guys are. Carrie's a great fuck. It's one of my favorite books of all time.
Oh,
This
fucking
fucking
nerd.
nerd.
God,
Who said
hate you.
Moving
I
on.
hate
I
you
feel like
guys so much.
Star Wars might favorite
what
book
else we
ever.
What fucking year is it? 1927?
Jesus Christ!
You know, people do still read. You illiterate bastards.
Okay, Woody. God, get a load of this guy.
Star Wars is my favorite book
No,
ever.
here's what needs to happen, and I'll be happy forever. Jade, Storm, and I need fucking Ms. Johnny Cage in the next Mortal Kombat movie, and
No, that's not bad.
we're good.
Ms. Johnny Cage.
That's
not
been
bad.
fan booked forever.
Yeah. That works.
Well, look, we could fantasy book for the rest of the time.
Awesome. Okay, so here's
Okay, calm down.
I tried
But-
with it.
Speaking of Royal Rumble, I just want to say that this week our question of the week is, what is your all-time favorite Royal Rumble moment? And as usual, we're going to talk about it here. Gentlemen?
anyone. You got one, Gunk?
Yeah, my favorite Royal Rumble moment of all time was Royal Rumble 2008. John Cena returns after a devastating pec injury, and nobody thought he'd be back that soon. So
It was really soon for
because they were like he's gonna be out
recovery.
for like 12, like he was gonna be out for like 8 to 12 months, and he was back in like 6. So everybody was just like, "What the fuck?" Yeah,
because they just make up timelines back then too.
Yeah.
At medical facilities.
Yeah. But the roof blows off the place. He's standing there. It's iconic with his head down. He looks up. Bro, it's
Was that the Hustle He Respect in
Yes.
the
The
barbed wire?
orange
Orange.
barbed
Yeah.
wire.
That
Yeah.
shirt. That shirt's so
Yeah.
fucking
In the
hard.
garden, right?
He debuts, at the Garden. Debuts that shirt.
So-
Wins the fucking Rumble.
Yeah.
It's
Spoiler
I
alert.
mean, it doesn't get much better than that. I don't think. But I mean, maybe these guys will find something.
You're like that meme. It's like spoiler. It's like that meme. It's like they're like just started wrestling from the beginning. When's this Roman Reigns guy show up? And it's like this old black and
it's
white
like
footage.
French,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
carny, like 1910.
Woody, what is your favorite Royal Rumble moment?
I figure it's gonna be 2004. 2004, we get
Benoit.
number one entrance. Benoit comes in, lasts the entire over an hour, breaks Bob Backlund's record.
Yeah.
It's one of the only times you see a submission hold
In a Rumble.
as a finisher in a Rumble, and he,
Sounds like
front headlocks
Big
Big
Show.
Show to go over the top rope, and it was such a special moment at that time. And I was at that point, I was such a huge Benoit fan. So to see him finally get the credit he deserves.
What about at this point?
Some
include that for
some
later.
some things apparently allegedly happened afterwards, which changed a lot of people's opinions. But if I take myself back to 2004 at that moment,
Still a massive.
that shit was
Right.
massively important to me in the history of wrestling, and it's
Just for the record, to say I'm a massive Chris Benoit fan.
Can you just
That
say
is
that?
a year.
Just for
Just clip
I'm
that
a
up?
massive Chris Benoit fan. Yeah.
That's where I got my stepdad skills from.
Got that for later. Okay. All right.
You did not emphasize the S in the beginning of skills enough on that one. by the
Hey
way.
guys, if you're listening, get out of the house.
Run!
Heck, your favorite Royal Rumble moment?
3 Faces of Foley, 98.
Great one.
Yeah.
That shit was just fun. I just loved Mick Foley, no matter what character, like when ECW, you know what I mean? Cactus Jack, Dude Love, like Mankind. Like he was just like the not like prototypical, stereotypical like looking wrestling guy that just like fucking was just so great no matter
Yeah.
what character he was. And I thought it was hilarious.
He
I
always
was
just looked like
spoiled.
your friend's dad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
can I change mine?
Nope. Locked
I
in.
didn't even get to go, and you're already trying to do a second one.
Yeah, I want to change mine.
Okay, well, you don't get to. I think my favorite is Rey Mysterio winning in 2000 and I can't remember the year.
Yeah, it did not
Yeah, that
have
one's
to
all
look
right.
good.
He went
The
from number
littlest
2.
big man.
It's not number 1.
Oh, sorry. He went from number 2. It was incredible. And
And also, it doesn't make a difference. They're both number 1, really. Like,
Nope, one's number 2.
it's like he's right.
You've just been standing there for like 2
Okay,
seconds
but
longer. It's not-
still-
you-
When you
One
go to
is
the
number
bathroom and
2.
take a number 1, you don't wipe your ass.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's subjective.
depends on how hot it's out.
But, look, yes, that's my favorite. Rey Mysterio winning it.
The littlest big man.
Yeah, his celebration. Him
And it's
falling
crazy
to
that
his
motherfucker
knees.
is still out there going.
Yeah.
Still
full
going at
fucking
it.
It is nuts to watch him
I'm
wrestle.
sure
though,
that he
'cause
will be in the Rumble this year.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all them
fuck
stem
yeah.
cells
He
keeping
doesn't
him
have to
fucking
declare
going.
it though. Like
You know,
most
you can
other
probably
guys.
he probably gets them cheaper in Mexico.
It's all them
You know, like you go out
baby
people
oil.
get,
He
like,
does.
their hair done.
It's
and,
not.
like,
It's
their
not
teeth
cheaper.
fixed and
It's
shit.
legality. They
Yeah.
they don't do that in America. You cannot do stem cell stuff like that.
Wow.
in America. You
Yeah.
have to go to
you
Mexico
could like
to
go
do
to the corner store and get like.
He'd be
yeah.
firing off.
Vatos locals forever.
I think he'd be
Uno
eating
stem
them.
cell, por favor.
No, it's
No,
literally
here in
like,
the U.S., you just go to L.A. and get like baby blood.
No, that's what he's doing. I think he's just drinking it.
Um,
I think he might be in.
shots
I think
of
he
it.
might be in the Brood with.
El Brood.
Yeah.
El
But
Brood.
my I'm gonna change
Say
mine.
your,
just
say
told
your
you
quick,
the word
quickly.
aloud.
You,
Oh, I'm
you say
changing
it real
mine.
quick.
Santino the Morella enters and immediately gets
Santino?
eliminated within
Oh.
like not even a
Oh.
second by
about-
Kane.
I thought he was talking about the women's one.
Titus
Santino.
Titus O'Neil.
Titus
Oh, yeah.
World Slide.
Slides
World
under the
slide.
fucking-
Yeah.
That wasn't even a rumble. That was Saudi.
I'm
It
feeling
was
some,
it was the greatest Royal Rumble.
Oh,
then.
okay.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
feeling some type of way about that Saudi fucking Royal.
next
like,
year. Well, that's
Like
it's
the
next year.
fans going out to like, you know what I mean? Like we might see maybe green shirt guy and Trinidad shirt guy. Like that's it. Like
I mean, I wouldn't
we
be mad
we
if
love.
they,
You know what I mean? Like we talk about how much we love the Rumble and
Let's
like.
go.
I wouldn't be mad if they
Do
did it.
people even
in-
go to?
I would not be.
fucking
I don't think I'd make
Riyadh?
it back.
Mhm.
I'm not. I can't hold my tongue enough around shit like that.
Yeah, what he
Yeah,
did.
they,
I would
at the end
not
of the day,
make it
they
back.
might be holding your tongue. when
That's what I mean.
chopping.
Exactly. It's gonna be bad for the podcast.
But I mean, in reality, heck, if they did the Royal Rumble in London, I wouldn't be mad at that. And
Right.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's not. There's a ton of wrestling fans in Saudi. It's Americans could easily. You could go take a vacation to
You
Saudi if
can
you
go,
really.
I don't
but
know
You
if you
totally
can.
could.
I don't know.
Totally 100% could.
You 1,000% can.
But then like
I
all
was
the
there.
rules and shit.
What if
you know
I
what
have
I mean?
Syrian
Like,
blood? Can I still go?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, there's rules. I
Well,
mean, there's
like a
rules
woman,
everywhere.
You know what I mean?
You
gotta
couldn't
make
bring your
sure
gun to London.
You
I
gotta
was in
wear
the
your.
Dubai airport. I could have just walked out.
Yeah.
You know
Might not have got far, but yeah, sure.
why? What would have
I
happened?
don't know.
You're allowed.
It's hot out there. You
I
might
will
have just
say,
got
you
really.
know,
sweaty.
London's a 6-hour flight.
All the girls gotta wear-
Dubai is like 15 hours.
Okay,
You know
if the
what I mean?
Rumble was in Australia, I don't think anybody would be like.
I don't want to get into too much. I feel like I can get real edgy.
I just don't. I don't want. I don't want it to be out of the U.S. I want to be able. I want to have a chance to go to the Rumble if I possibly can.
Yeah.
So
So-
anytime it's like if it's in L.A., that sucks also for me.
Yeah, you
That's
don't
all,
want it to
you
be
know
out
what
of
I
the
mean?
U.S. You
But
want
there's
Well,
Okay.
it would be bad if it was in
We
L.A.
can just go
anyway.
visit
Right
you
now.
and Hulk Hogan both want them to be stay in the U.S.
Rumble Hawaii would be sick.
Can we
I'd
say
do that.
say JA's favorite Rumble and just ruin it for him so he doesn't get a chance to say it first? He'll say
92
1992.
He's like Ric Flair won.
Ric Flair and Bobby the Brain Heenan called it the whole time. You know.
Yo,
He's like, it's
yo,
incredible. It's a master class. You
yo,
guys gotta
fuck
watch it.
JA if we haven't already established
Okay,
that.
all right. We're
Him
not
and
going to go off on a
cul-de-sac hair.
tangent here. We're not going to go off on a tangent here. But yes, please let us know your favorite Royal Rumble moments. Like
You're
I
the one on the
always say,
spaceship with them.
Yeah.
DM
Yeah, I'm
us,
sick of 'em.
They
send
got-
us a video,
they got
write
beef
us a
now.
letter, send us a carrier pigeon, whatever you want to do.
Send us some snail mail.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Make
have
sure it
beef
doesn't
with
have a
JA.
snail
He might
trail.
get
That's
litigious
true.
like Drake.
That's true.
Okay, calm down. Real quick, before we got to get out of here, because we got to do it quick before these guys get crazy. We got a couple quick hits. Number one, what is going on with Corey Graves?
He's bitching. That's what's going on.
I don't know. I thought was it my
With who?
This is my favorite
Corey
Corey Graves. This
Heck,
is my
you know who that
favorite
is.
thing about wrestling. This is my absolute favorite thing about wrestling. I'm talking to my wife about this, and she's like, "Is that real?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's gonna come back in the ring.
The
He's gonna
fact-
come back at Royal Rumble.
He could.
Good.
He's gonna like try to wrestle Pat McAfee at Mania. Wow. You know,
Winner
challenge him.
announcers. It'd be like a rerun of Jerry the King Lawler versus Michael Cole.
What a classic.
We could
that
throw
was.
Wade Barrett in there too. You know what
Winner
I mean?
gets the
But it
rights
does sound
to
like
be
he's
the
bitching
announcer
right now.
forever.
Oh, you work your way up and they make you quit wrestling and you like do your best at announcing and
But
they
then
send
he
you
has
back down.
then he has things like you stick around. I'll tell you more about it on NXT.
Right.
And then they're like he has been removed from NXT.
Coach even said he was bitching.
Yeah.
Jonathan Coachman?
Yeah.
Yo,
He was like, yo,
one
like,
of the
that's just the
craziest theme
business.
songs of all time. Hard hitting back break. Jim Johnson was snapping in the studio.
Yeah,
All right.
I know about that one and the Billy Kidman one and all this other one.
Billy Kidman was actually.
So
Okay, so-
it might be at
Allentown
work.
crowd.
He might not be bitching. It might be all part of the plan.
I know. I just want to see it play out. I'm excited to see what happens here.
If I was Corey Graves, I'd start bitching about Carmella not being on TV. What the fuck happened to her?
She got pregnant,
Yeah.
and from her pregnancy,
She had a rough
it
ass
fucked up a
pregnancy.
nerve in her
Oh,
leg,
really?
or in her foot.
I didn't know any of this. I just thought about
So
it. I was
that's
like,
why
where the fuck
she
is she been?
physically can't.
Yeah,
like,
she's
wrestle.
not back
Really?
yet.
Damn,
And
that's-
she
that's
she hope
Unfortunate.
it's-
I loved her.
It's not saying that she never can
Mellow
come
money.
back, but she had a really tough recovery.
damn. I
Yeah.
didn't
I
know
didn't
Yeah.
even know that.
It's like a nerve damage in
I
her
haven't
foot
seen her, yeah,
from
I'll-
the cause from the pregnancy.
Jesus.
Stupid babies.
Next up,
Swallow them.
Bad Bunny wants another match. He said, and I quote, "I want to scare my mother."
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
It needs to be Logan Paul in Puerto Rico.
No,
That'd be
it's
sick.
they just announced Backlash is going to be in Mexico City.
Yeah.
What, he's not Mexican.
I'm about to say,
But it
what
doesn't
the fuck
matter.
does that have to do with anything?
I think that could be awesome. He would do great with Mexico City.
He pretty
He
much does
speaks
that great
Spanish.
everywhere.
Yeah. I'm
I
saying
mean,
you
he's like
give
the
me people
biggest
who speak
superstar
Spanish
on the
and
planet. I'm pretty sure I'll do good.
But
anyway.
yeah,
Well,
Penta.
he said he wants this like a crazy like spot.
Yeah,
that,
he
like,
wants to like really go at it.
Will he only wrestle in Puerto Rico? Is that what you're saying? He's only going to
Mhm.
wrestle in Puerto Rico?
Yep.
Dude, Rumble, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, as a special entrant, that'd be pretty sick. Yeah.
I'd love to see him. He's always fun to watch.
He
Who
is.
can just kill him? Who can actually murder him?
I
So-
think he should win the Rumble. He should beat John Cena. Throw John Cena over the top rope.
Who would he choose?
But Drew McIntyre, though, I think you're saying someone could actually legitimately murder him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That'd be
sick.
fun.
Yeah,
Just fucking Glasgow kiss his fucking nose in his head.
that'd be
Yeah.
great.
Just like, hey,
Gunther
you wanted me
just
to
like, you
scare?
don't just- what are you here for? You're not a
Ooh,
wrestler.
Gunther slapping their shit
He's
out
like,
of him.
you want me to
before he
scare?
gets into-
He's like, you want me to scare your mom here?
Disrespecting
And he
his
fucking
man.
caves,
Yeah.
he caves his
Go make
chest.
fucking
in.
music.
Yeah. Next up, Booker T beats Zilla Fatu.
Duck it, quack,
Ducky,
quack.
quack, quack.
Can you dig that, sucker?
Yeah. What did you say about this before we
I said
got
it was
on here?
amazing that he won. He was able to win a match without using any of his joints.
Like a
Yeah,
robot.
right. I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
Yeah, slapped some googly eyes on him and put him on the spaceship.
the
Because that dude's a robot.
Yeah.
He has.
Booker
yeah,
3000.
it looked so when he like went for the pin.
Can you dig that sucker?
Yeah, when he went for the pin, it was like
Five time.
that
I know
ground
you
looked
didn't just say
really far
that.
away. The ground looked really far
Yeah.
away from him. That was it
Out
was-
there in the full camo.
Good thing the scissors
fucking-
kick is pretty much a straight leg.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
and, and the book end was not. That's the easy one for him
He's
to do
just
as
like-
well. Yeah,
Now here's a question: did he do a spinneroonie?
I don't believe so.
No.
Because that's
But
also
it-
that's a face.
But he
game.
did. It was like a run
yeah,
in, and he
sure,
did get some help.
I have to make a
But
confession.
he got the win.
I was really, really drunk at the 2300 Arena show, NXT. And at the end, I snuck up to the announcer's
Oh, yeah.
table, and I was just hammered. And I was like, "Booker T, you're my favorite wrestler." And he shook my hand, and I don't know why I said that. He's not my favorite wrestler, but I like Booker T.
I thought you were gonna be like, and then I did a spin-a-rooney in front of him.
No,
That would've been
I don't
awesome.
remember that, but maybe I
Let
was
me
really
show you
drunk
my
too.
spin-a-rooney.
no, but I definitely ran up to him. I was like, "You're my
Let me
favorite
see it,
wrestler,"
kid.
and I was just so hammied. And he was just like, "Oh, thanks, man." And he dapped me up, and yeah, I feel bad to him about it this day because I lied to him.
I know you had to get that off your
Oh,
chest.
I
man.
shouldn't have lied to him. I should have
Zilla,
been like,
Zilla
"I like
has
you."
to get one back.
Yeah,
Zilla
Zilla
was
gets
robbed.
get back.
There was a run in.
He'll
Do you
a
think
run
that's
in
why
on
he went
NXT.
heel?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think he's been thinking about that. He's like, I
Just
saw it in the
weighing
kid's
on him.
eyes. I wasn't his favorite wrestler.
Yeah, that,
So now he's
that
been
shit
tr-
was weighing on
Now he's
him.
trying to beat my friend
It's been
Zilla up.
weighing
He's
on
trying to
him.
get back at me. He's trying to beat my friend Zilla up.
Yeah.
He's working his way to you.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that was a
true.
message sent. Jesus.
For real. And finally, I don't know if everyone, the viewers out there, the listeners out there saw this, but over the weekend, I guess it was, a Chinese security guard took down a perp using a Hurricane Rana.
The best Hurricane Run I've ever
It was
seen.
insane. It really was
so
a really
technically
good
sound. It was crisp.
It was very crisp.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
like, is that Jet Li?
Yeah.
It was
that's
definitely
crazy.
one of those moves where you're like, I didn't think that worked in real life. I
Yeah.
thought like
Yeah.
you had to have the other person's like
Selling.
consent to sell and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You're like, nah, you just threw that motherfucker.
that was
Right,
awesome.
right into a fucking like pin predicament. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had him right
Yeah.
down on the ground,
It was
hemmed up.
crazy.
You see, they cut the
Tough.
video right before the guy with the striped shirt came sliding in.
Yeah.
Right, right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that was.
There really was
sick.
one of those like,
Their judges were striped
how does
shirts
this
over
work
there.
in real life scenario?
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it's
Yeah, there's a couple times. Well,
Once
just
again,
like-
though, in case you think about doing that, only do it to someone who's roughly the same size as you.
True.
Because I was saying this before the podcast. If like a 120-pound dude came flying at me to do a Hurricanrana, I'm probably just gonna stand there
Yeah.
because I literally
Powerbomb him.
weigh twice what he weighs, and it's like it's not.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's gonna get a sit-out power bomb.
So I
well,
don't know if anybody could ever do this to Roman.
What a dick, dude.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that wasn't the only instance of wrestling in real life over the weekend. Eagles corner Quinyon Mitchell hit Cooper DeJean with the
With
pedigree.
the
Yeah.
world's
The
worst
pedigree I've
pedigree.
ever seen, and Triple H even had to comment.
Yeah, that's why it says don't try this at home.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
He didn't even hook the. He fucking went down
Yeah, I
before he
know.
even hooked the arms.
I know.
With the-
Yeah.
After he made the free throw, he did it, right?
Yeah, there's.
Thanks for
that's our-
tuning in, guys.
Our sports fan Hector right
Yeah,
there.
there you go. Well, look, it is the end of our time. We got to go. But as usual, make sure you hit us on Instagram, svw.worldwide. Make sure to follow our Orlando store, svw.orlando. Hit us on TikTok and X or Twitter, as well as at svw.worldwide. Make sure you listen to this show. You listen to Grappling with the Gilmans. And stay tuned for Patreon. It's coming very soon. We've got some awesome stuff. Mystery Violence Theater, Suplex and Chill, as well as a bunch of other stuff in development. And, of course, make sure you hit our website, suplexsvw.com, for the best vintage tees, for the best figs, and just for the best all-around vintage wrestling memorabilia.
What a comprehensive list. Yeah, what a good job.
We're here for the people, so support us.
And also, this is being recorded on the 15th. Right, it's coming out tomorrow on the 16th.
Yeah,
that's how we do this shit on the 15th. Right now, guys, it's my wife's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Ryan! Come and
Woody.
You're the greatest, and I love you. You don't watch this show. You don't listen to this podcast. But you'll listen to this one part, because I'll be like, "Hey, babe, you got to hear this crazy thing I said."
You're like, I went on this crazy misogynistic rant, and you got to hear it. I think I might get canceled. I don't know if they're gonna ever have me
Let me
back.
get your opinion on it.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Let me know if I was in the wrong.
No, Roman keeps cutting all the things that I say that he thinks are a little bit too hot for TV.
Don't.
Calm down.
You know
Jerry
what? I'm
Springer.
playing the music. Anything else?
Actually,
not from you.
I got
You
fire
too.
takes.
Hey
man.
guys,
What are you gonna do?
if you want the unedited pod, Patreon. If you want to hear all that stuff.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you at the Regal
We out.
Rumpus.
Yeah, Regal Rumpus.
He's just mad that I created so
February
much
1st,
heat.
Regal Rumpus.
Wait, if you say it right now at the outro, he can't edit it out. He's not going to
That's
actually
right,
edit
yeah.
it. Just
Not
say as
true,
much as you
not
can
true.
right now.
Yeah, this is
Not sure I
you
can
know.
do whatever I
You
want.
could just put a beep.
Yeah, I can just beep the whole thing. I can say the tapes got lost.